Morning students, dear students, welcome you all for this SST class. Dear students, in today's class, I am going to explain you about the lesson Indian villagers. Dear students, in this lesson we are going to learn about how did villagers emerge or life in villages. Okay, how did villagers emerge? Here, early humans were nomads and they moved from one place to another place in search of food and shelter. Okay, and they hunted animals and gathered fruits for food. They lived near the places where they could find the food and shelter. Okay, so they learned to grow crops and they started to keep animals with them, and these animals helped them in the growing crops. Okay, to look after their crops and animals, they started settling down near their farms, means where they have started learning to grow crops, and with the help of animals, they have started farming. Okay, or they have started to grow the crops. So look after their crops and animals. They started settle down near their farms, and that is when they stopped living a nomadic life. Means at that time means when they went where they are settling down near their farms, and they have started growing crops, rearing animals. So then that is the when they stopped their leading a nomadic life. Means they have stopped from moving from one place to another place. They have settled in one place and they have started farming. They learned to stay in one place. They started building huts to live in. Yes, they are living means they have started means they have stopped the nomadic life and they have started living in one place and grow crops, rearing animals. Means they want the house for living. So that time they have started to build the huts. Hut means it is built with mud and grass. Okay, so they have started to building the huts to live in. A number of people living in an area increased with time. Means wherever means they have started settling in one place, and more number of people also living in an area increased with time. So after some time, these groups of people formed a small communities or a villages. Okay, so this is how the villages emerges. Okay, now after this, life in villages. Is what type of life is there in the village? Yes, about 60% of the people in India live in villages. Yes, Indian villages represent rural areas of the country. Rural areas are different from towns or cities. They are mostly less developed than cities. They are mostly they are mostly less developed than cities and towns, and they mainly have farms, fields, and forests. So life in villages is very simple. Villages are usually peaceful. Yes, comparing to the cities, villages are very peaceful. Why? Because in the cities, yes, we are all living in the city. How much noise, vehicle noise, honking of horn noise, people noise, everything is there. But compared to the cities, villages are very peaceful, calm, quiet, and full of greenery. Means villages are mostly villages are they are in the field side only. So greenery where one can breathe fresh air. People living together as one big family in the cities. Yes, all the peoples live together as one big family. They help each other. They celebrate festivals together and they take part in each other's joyful occasions. Yes, whenever any functions, there joyful functions like marriage ceremony or fair festivals. Like this, the people together work and take part in each other's joyful celebrations. So this is the life of village people. Now, what type of occupation they are having? So, in many villages, farming is the main occupation of the people. Farmers cultivate fields and grow different crops like wheat, sugarcane, maize, rice, and vegetables. So, in many villages in South India, fishing is the main occupation. Yes, South India is near coast side, sea coast. Because of this, the main occupation of the South Indian people is fishing. And in Jammu and Kashmir, the people in the villages mainly engage themselves in the art and craft. Yes, dear students, I have explained in the previous classes. Just you have to see our India. Jammu and Kashmir, it is lies to the north of India, and mostly that part always it is covered with Himalayas. So this part is throughout it is covered with snow. So here rearing of animals or cultivating or farming is not possible. So that side people engage themselves in the art and craft. Okay. So dear student, Gram Panchayat. Now we are talking about the Gram Panchayat. What do you mean by Gram Panchayat? People in villages have their needs and problems. Yes, people are living in the villages means they are having some problems about the common problems. So a village has a local government to address people's need and maintain peace and order. Yes, in the villages also they are having this. Many people, a group of people are living in the villages means they are having some facilities or some needs. So look after these things, needs or facilities. Who will do this all work? So here a local government to address people's need and maintain peace and order. This local government in village called Gram Panchayat. Understand? The local government in village is called Gram Panchayat, and Gram Panchayat is a group of people that looks after all the needs and wants of the people. So every village of India has a Gram Panchayat. Yes, in each and every village of the India has a Gram Panchayat, and the members of Panchayat are elected by the people of that village. And the head of the Panchayat is addressed as Pradhan or Sarpanch. The Gram Panchayat meets at regular intervals to discuss the issues and requirements of the village. So, villages requirements mainly water, electricity, schools, health centers, and roads. So, whatever about these problems, the Gram Panchayat, that is the local government, is look after this and they will solve the problems of peoples. Now, dear students, after this we are discussing about the villages earlier and now. Okay, means earlier how the village people or how the village life is there, and nowadays how the life of villages is there. So earlier people in villages used to live in kacha houses. Kacha houses means house made from mud or grass or something. So this in this type of people are living. So it is called as kacha house. So people in villages used to live in kacha house. But now in many villages people have started to live in a pakka house or a good condition house. Kacha house means temporary house. Pakka house means a permanent house. Okay, the lifestyle has improved a lot compared to earlier. Second, farmers were not educated earlier. They were not aware of the new methods of technologies to farming. So, in earlier, people were or farmers were not educated. Because of that, they were not aware of new methods of the technologies of farming. But nowadays, farmers are being educated and they are learning new and improved methods or ways to growing crops. Computers are playing a vital role in helping them to learn. Farming has improved nowadays. Next point is people in villages earlier traveled on foot or bullock carts. Yes, in the earlier there were no vehicles or facilities there in the villages. But nowadays, most of the villages are now connected with the towns by roads, and buses and autos take villagers to these towns, and traveling has become easier. Okay, so this is about the life earlier and now. So dear student, in this lesson what things we have learned? Beginning of farming led to beginning of a village life. Second point, we have learned that a majority of India's population lives in the villages. Early village has a, every village has a gram panchayat. So, occupation means work that is done for earning, and cultivate means to prepare land for growing crops. So, this is the complete explanation of the lesson. So, in the next class, I will solve the evaluate part, that is fill in the blanks and choose the correct answer. Okay, till here stop, and I will meet you in the next class. Thank you.